Hello students, once again welcome back into this particular course of textile testing, and course code is a 22358, and the course abbreviation, that is a TTE, and we are learning this particular course at the third semester level, that is a DC3I. Okay, and myself Professor RK Valsa. So this is the lecture number 2. Okay, now as per our previous discussion, so last time we had discussed what are the major CO of a particular this course, and what is the competency you are going to develop after learning this particular course. Now let us start with lecture number 1, that is a yarn numbering system. Now before moving ahead with the yarn numbering system, now let us we will focus some light on the what is a yarn. Okay, so yarn is, if you're going to see, yarn is a thin or thick, a flexible, fibrous material. So this is what we can say the yarn. So yarn is, it may thin, it may be very thick in nature, and it is a fibrous material. It is made from the fibrous material. Now another thing, it constitutes very large number of small fibers. It contains very large number of small fibers at any cross section. At any cross section means what? If you are going to see, cut it anywhere. If you are going to cut it anywhere, suppose this is a yarn. Now here if you are going to cut the yarn, and here if you are going to see it's a cross section view, you will find out so many small fibers are there. Now these fibers held together. These all fibers are combined together with some cohesive force. Some force is there in between these all the fibers, so that they are in a combined nature. How this cohesive force is going to increase? This is going to increase by means of the twist. Okay. Now if I'm going to draw the one diagram here, so very schematic diagram is there. Okay, now this is what a one fiber. So this is what your one fiber number 1, this is what your fiber number 2, this is fiber number 3, this is your fiber number 4. Okay, so likewise this is once again another fiber. Okay, so it overlaps with the previous one. Now this is what another fiber which is going to overlaps with the previous one. So like this the construction of yarn is there. Now here, see here. Okay, so like this the yarn is going to form. So here so many n number of fibers are there. So many n number of fibers are there. These are going to held together with the means of the twist. So this is what yarn. You can see here the electronic microscope view of this particular yarn. You can see here. So this is what a yarn, where n number of fibers are there. You can see the some here twisted portion is there, some helical angle is there, and so many fibers are bounded together. And this is a length of yarn. You can say this is a length of yarn, and this is what your diameter of particular yarn. This is what your diameter of particular yarn. So this is what yarn. Now here you can see here, this is what different shapes of yarns. Means what? How we can store the yarn. The yarn may be stored on the cone, they may be stored in the shape of cheeses. So these are the different shapes of packages. You can say the different shapes of the package. So this is what a yarn. So what is a yarn? Once again let us see what is a yarn. Yarn is a thin or thick flexible fibers material. It constitutes very large number of small fibers at any cross section, and these all fibers are held together with some cohesive force. Now there is this cohesive force between the fiber to fiber. So this cohesive force is generated by means of the twist. So this is what a yarn. Now let us speak about the something about the specifications. Now here you can see some case number here, some 3 different diagrams are there, some 3 different pictures are here. So this is a picture number 1, this is a picture number 2, and this is a picture number 3. These all 3 pictures are going to say you something. Now let us take this one number. Let us take a one number. Okay. Now in this one number picture, you can find this is a your t-shirt. Okay, and this is what a size chart of the t-shirt. Now, if you are going to visit any shop for purchasing the t-shirts, now you are asking to the shopkeeper, I need L shape of t-shirt. You are going to specify the size of that t-shirt. How you are going to specify the size of that particular t-shirt? By mentioning I need L shape of L type of a your t-shirt. Now definitely the shopkeeper immediately come to know you need the cross shoulder of 45.7, you need a chest length of 111.8, you need the body length in centimeter, that is 76.2, you need the sleeve length of 20.8. So even though you have not explained any of this specification, only you have explain I need L type of t-shirt, I need L size of t-shirt, but shopkeeper will come to know you need these all specifications. So what this L is going to indicate, the L is a specification of that particular t-shirt. So here the buying of that particular t-shirt, it become now very easy to use. So this is what the example number one. Now let us do the this case number two. Now case number two, this is very popular among the youth, this particular device. Okay. Now when you are going to purchase the Android phones, you are laying some kind of the specifications. So what those specifications are there? Very first one, you are going to ask for the camera. So rear camera and front camera, what is the size of this particular camera? Then after you are going to see the processor. Then after you are going to see the RAM, what kind of the RAM is there. Then after you are going to see how many slots are there. Okay, now you are going to see the Android version. Okay, then after you are going to see the powerful battery, so how much battery the phone is having. So what these all are going to indicate, these all are going to indicate you the specification of that particular smartphone, so through which you will come to know the quality of that particular phone. So the specification is needed whenever you are going to purchase a product, whenever you are going to select any product, the specifications are damnly needed. These are the damnly needed. Now you take the very simple example, that is third number example. Take the scales. Now scales may be available with the size of 15 centimeter, with the size of 30 centimeter. It may be with the various different materials are there. The material may be the steel material is there, it may be the with the plastic scale is there, it may be with a wooden scale is there. So these all the things are what indicate, these all things are going to indicate you the specification of those product. So through the specification you will come to know you need, and seller is also come to know what kind of product exactly you needed. So that is what the importance of the specifications. Now you take another very live example. Now that is you take the milk. You take the milk. Now milk is measured in terms of the liter. Okay. Now 2 liter milk bottle is a higher than 1 liter milk bottle. So what it show you? Liter measures the quantity of the product. Now definitely the 2 liter milk bottle is higher than the 1 liter milk bottle. So this 2 liter it expresses the quantity of the product. So this 2 liter it expresses the quantity of the product. So this is in the case of the milk. So these specifications for any product is play a very important role for selecting that particular product. Now why specifications are needed? After this all the discussion, if you're going to see why specification of particular product is needed, the specification is needed for the judging the very first one, for judging the quality of the product. So through which, if you know the specification, you can judge the quality of that particular product. Now then after, the specifications are needed for comparing the product. So if you have the two products in front of you, you can compare these both the products with their specifications. Then and then you can select the most relevant product among those two products. Then after, it may helpful for deciding the quantity of the product, how much quantity is there. Take the in the case of milk. So the 2 liter, it is going to decide you the quantity of that particular milk. Thereafter, deciding the size of product. So the specification of any product plays a vital role in the selection procedure. So this is what, why at all we need a specification of any product. Now let us come to our topic, that is the yarn numbering system, and we have talked about the yarn. Now if you want to purchase similar way, whatever we have seen, you are going to purchase a one t-shirt, you are going to purchase a one smart mobiles. In a similar way, if you are going to purchase the yarn from the market, if you are doing the plan, so sir, I am going to purchase the yarn from the market. Now very first question, what you will do in that case? What action you are going to do in that case? Now in that case, you are going to do, two possibilities are there. There are two possibilities. If you are going to purchase the yarn from the market, with the two possibilities you can able to purchase. The purchase possibility number one, either you can take the piece of yarn, you will take a specimen of that particular yarn, and you are showing to the seller, I need this kind of the yarn, and he is going to see the yarn, and according to that he is going to give the yarn if it is available. If it is not available, he will source somewhere from outside place. Okay, so this is a possibility number one. But this possibility is especially useful for the illiterate people, those who do not know about that particular product. For them this is a very fine. Another possibility is there, that is you are defining, that is what you are defining here. If you are going to see, you are defining uh, some numerical expression through which sellers will know about the size of material. So instead of carrying the piece of yarn, you are now here, what you are going to do, you are defining some numerical expression. I need one yarn, I need two number yarn, I need three number yarn. So what this 1, 2 and 3 numbers, these numbers are some numerical expression through which the seller will come to know the size of material. So here, always in the yarn market, majority of the peoples are going to refer this second number option. Always they are going to express the some numerical expression through which seller will come to know automatically what kind of yarn is needed. For example, I need, how I am going to state it, my need, that is I need 20s yarn, I need 30s yarn, I need 40s yarn, I need 60 yarn. So this is what defining. Now I am defining, I need 20s yarn, I need 30s yarn. So this is what defining some numerical expression, some numerical numbers to my need. So this is what second possibility majority of the peoples are used in the textile industry. Okay, now let us come to now what this yarn numbering system. So that is what yarn numbering system. Now what this particular yarn numbering system, here, it is one important specification of the yarn. So we have seen in the case of mobile, we have seen in the case of your scale, we have seen in the case of your t-shirts, every product is having the specification. Similarly, what this yarn numbering is there, this is a one important specification of the yarn through which we can purchase it, we can buy it very easily without showing the any kind of the specimen. Now it is useful for deciding the size of yarn. So this numerical expression, whatever numbering system is there, we are going to assign. Okay, so this is very useful for deciding the size of yarn. Okay, now you can see in this following picture, in this picture you can see this is a one size, this is second size, this is third size, this is fourth size, this is fifth size, this is sixth size, so on. Okay, so here the number, whatever number we are going to assign, that number is going to help to the seller and to the buyer for decide the size of yarn. Now another, we can say it is useful for measuring the length of yarn. So in a technical way, this yarn numbering system, whatever number we are going to assign, this number is very useful to measure the length of yarn. How much, म्हणजे किती लेंथ आहे, किती लेंथ आपल्याला पाहिजे, हे जेव्हा गोष्टी येतात त्यावेळेला ही यान नंबरिंग सिस्टीम जी काही आपण डेव्हलप करणार आहे ती खूप असं मदत हे करते. So that is what it is going to help a lot. Thereafter, it is also useful for measuring the weight of yarn. To measure, if you want to measure the weight of these all the yarns, so in that cases, it is very helpful if you know the count of this particular yarn. If you know the yarn numbering of this particular yarn, you can able to estimate the length of yarn. You can able to estimate the weight of yarn very easily. It is helpful for comparing the two yarns numerically. If you want to compare the two yarns, suppose if I am going to give the two yarns, yarn number A and yarn number B. Okay, if you want to compare this both the yarns, in that cases, if for comparison purpose you need some numbers. Now for example, let us take this once again example. This is a, we can take a, I will select the pen option now here. Okay, now pen option. Now this is a yarn number 1 and this is yarn number 2. Now after observing this yarn number 1 and after observing this yarn number 2, okay, these are two different size of yarns. Okay, now after seeing this both the 1 and 2 numbers, okay, now the picture is in front of you. You can say the 2 number is a very thin in nature and 1 number is very thick in nature. That is what, that is you are comparing. If you are going to see the what is your conclusion after comparing this 1 number yarn and second number yarn, your conclusion is what, the second number is a thin in nature and 1 number is a very thick in nature. Now you consider these yarns are not in front of you. Now instead of that one, if two numbers are there, through that two numbers you can compare the size of that particular yarn. So that is what, it is very helpful for what purpose? For purpose of the comparing, for purpose of the comparing. So yarn numbering system is very helpful for comparing the two yarns. Now another we can say it is a numbering of yarn. We are assigning now, right now in this picture there is no any kind of the numbers to the yarns. Now instead of this one, if I am going to assign the some numbers here, now for example, okay, now here I am going to assign the, this is a yarn number 2, this is yarn number 3, this is yarn number 4, this is a yarn number 5. So this is what numbering. So it is given some numbers to the yarn by considering some technical points. If you are going to assign some numbers to those particular yarns, that numbering is nothing but a yarn numbering system. That whatever numbering you are going to assign, so no doubt that numbering, it is based on the some logic. Okay, so numbering of a yarn is a yarn numbering system. Now another we can say how we can able to define, it is a system developed for assigning numbering to the yarn. It is a system, it is one system, yarn numbering system. It is a system developed for which purpose? For assigning the some numbers. Okay, now here roughly we have assigned the 2 number, third number, fourth number, fifth number, so on, but these numbers do not have any logical sense. Now if you are going to assign some numbers with a logical sense, then whatever assigned number is there, that is a yarn numbering system of that particular yarn. That is what this system is developed for, assigning the number to the yarn. Another thing, if you are going to see the technical definition, it is a developed method to measure the yarn linear density. So this is a technical definition of a particular yarn numbering system. If somebody is going to ask you what is a yarn numbering system, so that time very priority wise how you are going to define the yarn numbering system, it is a measurement tool, and what it is going to measure, it is going to measure the yarn linear density. Okay, another way you can define the yarn numbering system, it is a one numerical expression. It is a one numerical expression, and only one numerical expression is there. Each and every yarn is having only one numerical expression. There are no any two numerical expressions are there, only one and one numerical expression is there, which define what it is going to define. It is going to define either weight of known length of yarn, it is going to define the weight of yarn, or it is going to define the length of yarn. It is going to define the length of yarn. So two possibilities are there in the case of yarn numbering system. Any given yarn numbering system, any given yarn numbers, or you can say any given yarn numbers, these are going to define either weight of that particular yarn, or in another word, either it can define the length of that particular yarn. Either these two things it is going to define. Okay, so this is what some definition of yarn numbering system. Once again we are going to summarize. It is a one important specification of the yarn. It is useful for deciding the size of yarn. It is useful for measuring the length of yarn. It is useful for measuring the weight of yarn. It is useful for comparing the two yarns numerically. It is a numbering system. This system is developed for assigning the numbers to the yarns. It is a developed method to measure the yarn linear density. It is one numerical expression which defines either weight of known length of yarn or length of known weight of yarn. So the last statement is little bit confusion is there, but as on we are going to move ahead, this confusion is going to clear. Okay. Now, what are the advantages? What are the advantages of assigning the numerical numbers to the yarn? So what are the advantages are there? You may ask the question, sir, we are assigning the some numerical numbers to the yarn. So what may be the advantages? The advantages, these are the some advantage. You can see these are the some advantages. The advantage number one, that is you can categorize the different size of yarn. Easily you can categorize. Now right now you are in not a position. If suppose if I'm going to give you so many pieces of yarn, if I'm going to ask you categorize these all the yarns as per their sizes. Okay, the size is in front of you. You can see the through the naked eye. Easily you can able to categorize. But if the specimens are not in front of you, cannot able to categorize those yarns. So for the category purpose, these numerical numbers are very helpful. Another thing, another very good advantage of the yarn numbering system, that is estimate the length of yarn. So here, if suppose if you want to calculate the length of yarn, suppose for example, let us take an example. I need to produce a 10,000 meter of the fabric. Now 10,000 meter of the fabric, when you are in the need of the 10,000 of the meter of the fabric, then very first question arises in your mind, how much length of yarn is required to produce this 10,000 meter of the fabric. So that time this numerical expression is going to help. This numerical expression is going to help you. In what sense? It is going to help you estimate the length of yarn. So another thing you can say, the another advantage, that is estimate the weight of yarn. It is also, it is going to help you to estimate the weight of yarn. How much weight of yarn is needed for produce the desired production of the fabric. So these two components plays a very vital role in the textile industry, the length component and the weight of that particular yarn component. Now in another sense, it is also going to help, that is compare the yarn sizes without seeing it. Now right now let us take example. If I'm going to give you example, you compare the two yarns. Now yarn number one, that is yarn number one, that is having a, for take, we will take the 20. Yarn number two, that is yarn number two is having a size of 30. Okay, now right now you are not in a position to compare, but after knowing this yarn numbering system, you can compare this one number yarn with the second number yarn. So here this number is helpful to compare the yarn sizes. You can compare now easily with the one number yarn and two number yarn, and you can draw some conclusions after knowing the yarn numbers of that particular yarn. म्हणजे एखाद्या या एक नंबर यांचं जर नंबर तुम्हाला माहित असेल 20 आहे आणि दोन नंबर यांचं जर नंबर तुम्हाला जर 30 माहित असेल, तर दोरा न बघता, एखादा दोरा न बघता, काही दोरा बघायची तुम्हाला आवश्यकता नाहीये, ते दोरा न बघता तुम्ही इझिली त्या दोन्ही दोऱ्याचं कंपॅरिझन करू शकता. कंपेअर करून काहीतरी तुम्ही कन्क्लुजन्स करू शकता. सो दॅट इज व्हॉट इट इज हेल्पफुल फॉर कंपेअरिंग द युअर टू yarns. Another thing you can see here, select the relevant yarn for the desired application. Now select the relevant yarn for the desired application means what? Now here it means what? Now suppose you are constructing the shirting fabric. Now for shirting fabric you have to select the 30s count or 40s count, which is a very finer in nature. We cannot able to use a very thick yarn for the shirting fabrics, so it is not a comfortable one. So here the selection for the selecting the relevant yarn, this yarn numbering system is going to help you to select the relevant yarn for the desired applications. Then after, it is also helpful to calculate the production of textile machineries. It is very helpful to you to calculate the your production of the textile machineries. So this is very important in the textile industry, how to calculate the production of the spinning machine, how to calculate the production of weaving machine, how to calculate the production of your knitting machine. In that sense, this number plays a very important role to calculate the production, to calculate the output. Production means how much output that particular machine is going to give within a certain time frame. So in that case, it is going to help a lot. So these are what some advantage of assigning the numerical numbers to the yarn. Now let us summarize once again. It is going to help you categorize the different size of yarn. It is going to help you to estimate the length of yarn. It is going to help to you to estimate the weight of yarn. It is helping you for the comparison purpose. It is helping you for selection purpose. It is helping you for calculation purpose. So these are some advantage of assigning the numerical numbers, assigning the yarn numbers to the yarn. म्हणजे एखाद्या दोऱ्याला एखादा नंबर असाइन करण्याचे काय काय फायदे आहेत ते आपण आता इथं बघितलेले आहोत. ओके. Now you exercise these two questions. What these two questions? These two questions are it is having a maximum probability. These questions are going to appear for your SBT examinations. Now one number question, that is a define the yarn numbering system. Second one, that is state the importance of yarn numbering system. So try to write down these questions and try to write down the answers for these both the questions. So today we are going to stop here. Okay, thank you.